What is going on YouTube? Figured I'd do a real quick video. I mean, this is derby related, but not really, because these motors aren't going in any of my derby cars, I don't think. That one might. But on the old Smith air compressors, they had 302s or 289s in them. That's a 302. This is a 50 from the 90s. As we all know, rear sump and front sump. You go to the older Ford cars, if you run Ford motors, you have to have a front sump if you want the motor to sit in there good and clean. Most of mine are rear sump motors, which means I got to get the motor way up to get it in there, because if not, it hits steering and the cross member and all that. Well, on these Smith compressors, that is a front sump pan. That came off this motor. That is a rear sump engine, because it's from the 90s and the steering is in the front. That's a rear sump pan. Pretty much all you need to do to change this is dumb simple. Take your pans off, go to your oil pump, pick up, it's 2 bolts, take it off. If you got the other motor sitting right there, take it off. Take that off, do whatever you want with it. That's the front sump pickup. Bolt that on, gasket, put this pan on. Now it's a front sump motor. Also, if you go messing with these, those Smiths are mechanical fuel pump, not electric. So I got lucky, and this pulley actually had a bevel on it for this to ride on, which on your front case. That's the 90s one, as you can see, no holes. This is, I don't know, 70s from the Smith compressor. There's your hole for your mechanical fuel pump. So you just need to take this whole front cover off, where your timing chain and everything is. Leave the water pump on like I did if you want, make it easier. Bolt that 70s one on the 90s motor after you've put this on there, because all that does is let the fuel pump, the mechanical fuel pump rides on this, and see how it's offset from the center hole. When it comes around, makes the revolution, pushes that arm up and down, which pumps fuel to your carburetor. But if y'all was wondering about that, it's really simple. If you got a couple motors laying around, I'm sure most of you people running derbies like me have a abundance of supplies. But on, like I said, think 70s Ford's back. I know my 77 Lincoln was it needed a front sump. My 66 needed a front sump. My 63 needed a front sump. The 66 T-Bird has a rear sump motor in it, and I just went ahead and picked the motor up because I didn't have a front sump motor laying around. But now I got an extra one laying around, so I'm gonna steal the parts off of the other compressor outside that I'm working on. Steal the pan and everything off of it, so when I do another 60s T-Bird or whatever, I'll have a front sump laying around. And talking about that, that's a 302 60 over. That's just a stock 90s, 80s, you know, that era EFI setup, but now it's going to be carbureted. This, since we're going to go in the derby stuff, got that from the junkyard. I'm going to throw that in one of my cars. Center section out of the 9-inch I got to get worked. It's going to be 456s and I'll have full spool. If y'all know anything about Chevy intakes, that is an old school Chevy intake. See how, you know, your bolt holes are angled, actually on the angled part of this, and they go angle in. That's a Chevy intake too, but those are straight down because that's a Vortec intake for a 350. And what do we have over here? A 350 Vortec motor. I've already got the heads out. They're on the way to the machine shop. I gotta pull the whole front off, put a new cam in it, get the heads back, put that on. I'm not gonna do much with compression because I want to stay a little low compression so that way I can turn it over when it gets hot. And I might switch this one to a front sump because it is going in a older car. And I got this motor for free because someone cracked off the ear where the starter bolts up. But I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this or they actually make a kit for a 50s Chevy where your spacer plate goes between the engine and the transmission. There's a plate. Well, on the old school stuff, the Chevy's bolted this way, not up. They went that way. You can buy that plate, get an old nose cone off of an old Chevy starter, put it on a new starter, and bolt the starter this way instead of bolting it straight up. So that way, if you break, I know these are notorious for breaking right here, this ear off. I'm probably just going to drill it out, put a bolt straight through it, and roll with it. But if you want to do it right, that'd be a way to do it. But she's got to get cleaned up. Like I said, the heads are at the machine shop now because evidently Vortec heads won't run anything over 480s on lift. And this one's probably going to be about 5 something. Yeah, a couple other little things I got to do to it, but I got more parts at the house. Got a new distributor, one of the clamp down style ones, and some new headers. We get that all together, we're going to make some more videos. And I probably won't post a video on the carbon building for the fair until the day of the fair, day before the fair or something. Getting close to the fair because it's kind of a secret. But we're gonna have something a little different than usual at the fair. We'll see how it goes. But if you were wondering how to, that's a mechanical fuel pump. If you ever want to run a mechanical, really all you need is that front cover and this little, whatever you want to call it, offset bearing. And that's just what it rides on. And if you want a front sump pan or rear sump pan, you can go either way. All you do is take 2 bolts out and have a different pan and a different pickup. That's it. You don't need a different bolt pump or nothing. But like, subscribe, comment. Catch y'all later. Thank you.